guys, welcome back to No Impulse Control. I'm Justin.
I am Jasmine.
And we're on like episode 115 or something like that.
Isn't that
Do you
crazy?
realize that?
It's a little
That's
funky.
wild. I will say it has been kind of difficult recently to kind of keep the motivation
hmm
because I haven't seen the we haven't really grown since we got to like whatever we're at 60 something or whatever.
hmm
We haven't grown since then, so it's a little bit like I'm slugging type of thing.
hmm
Um but it is, it's kind of wild that we've done 115 episodes of this and only really missed like 10 weeks in that time span. And I think that's overshooting it,
Wow.
honestly.
Wow, yeah.
Isn't it wild?
It is wild.
And both of us, we were both like, when we started this, we are like, it'll go like a month and then we'll be done. Like, and now we're sitting here 2 years in, year and a half in, and we're like,
No, we hit
it's a
our
little
2
longer than a
years.
month.
We did our 2 years. Remember, we
Two,
did the live episode.
oh, we did.
Yeah.
My gosh.
This
So
coming
we're at two and a
January. This
half.
coming January is 3 years.
Of us doing a podcast. That's insane. Think back for a second. All right. What were we
Why
doing?
would you slurp right when my eyes are closed? I closed
My
my
bad,
eyes
my
and I
bad.
got slurped at.
um what were we doing 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago? What was like,
Um,
I know that this wasn't this. Like behind
no,
us
it
was
was
very different. You
this
were still
wasn't.
in your
I
kitchen.
was in my kitchen. I didn't have the good camera or mic or anything. I was on my. Well, I had your camera when we switched over because you got a new
The
one.
circle one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now, sorry, my Walmart is long started shopping. That's not a name.
Congrats to Long.
Um, I have a story about that, by the way, that I need to cut in with later. But just remember
Okay.
Walmart order. 2 years ago, let's see, that was 2024.
Yeah.
I had just gotten married the August before. We
Yeah.
were both, I mean, we were both teaching, but we were still both pretty green. I mean,
Yeah, very green.
I'm about to start my 6th year total. You're about to start your 7th. That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
We're out of the green zone now, by the way, of teachers. We're no longer newbies.
We're not veterans either, but I would consider
No,
us like
but we're the intermediate
everydays.
level. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're there.
I we've done a lot through, or a lot has happened in our life, big and small has
hmm
happened in our lives since then.
Yeah,
Like that's kind of crazy. Like I mean, this is a sad stuff, but like grandfather's passing for both of us, like
yeah.
we've had to go through that and we continue doing this through that. We've had like many
Illness,
family vacations,
medical stuff.
illnesses, medical things, like car situations, like
This has been
job
kind of a consistent. Yeah,
things. This is like the few things in our lives, I think, that we keep consistent, which is
yeah.
crazy to me. Huh.
It is. It has opened up a lot of for me over the last couple years. It has opened up a lot of confidence for certain things too. Like I'm now streaming, not full time obviously, but I'm now streaming more
Yeah.
regularly. And because of this, like I'm putting myself on the internet and I'm kind of an idiot in general. Like not I'm not dumb, but I can be kind of, idiotic about stuff, but
Goofy, yeah.
yeah, I can be like goofy like on the internet and I'm putting myself on a pre-recorded. I could edit out so much of the stuff that I do that's like really stupid, but I
Yeah.
don't because that's who I am. And I found
Hmm.
that that helped me stream. The first few were rough when I was trying to be this like different person and
Different.
whatever. And now I
Yeah.
just stream as me and I'm up like when I started really getting into it like 2 months ago or so where I was like almost, every night whatever. Since then
Hmm.
I've gotten like 45 new followers, which is crazy. Some of them I'm sure
That's
are
awesome.
accidental, but a lot of them are like
I mean,
they are
still,
repeats, they come back. Like we know some of them by name when they hop in. It's really fun.
yeah.
And I don't think that I would be there without like recording this.
Starting with this.
Mhm.
Well, it really, like, if you really think back to it, Jasmine, it started, and I'm not saying this because of me, but it started when you and I started to stream my side.
Yeah.
Like when TSK started doing things, like
Mhm.
that's where this whole chaotic process started. We're talking as if this is the end. It's not the end. I want that to be known, but like it's a wild like
Mhm.
thing to think about that it started, and that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I started streaming when I got this house, so 5 years ago.
Yeah.
By the way, we are recording on my 5 year anniversary, so
Mhm.
just a little.
So 4
Um,
years ago you got the house.
it's been about four. Well, we got in
Four and a
December, so
half.
about 4.5. Yeah,
Mhm.
so it's been 4.5 years of, in one way or another, being online for me,
Yeah.
and then for you
Wow.
because you were by proxy for a while.
Yeah, I was just doing like I was doing all the background stuff for a minute there, and then I started coming
I mean, you were
onto the
jumping into
channel.
streams and stuff too. Like that's,
Yes,
yeah,
but I meant more like I was doing the background stuff. Like I didn't have a camera, I didn't have a microphone, whatever. I was
gotcha.
playing with you guys, but I wasn't like the main. And I was monitoring your chat and stuff,
Yeah,
which I think was me and Mr. B, um,
and Darcy.
and Darcy. Yep, she would. Oh yeah, when we weren't doing horror games, yeah, she would pop in,
Yep.
and yeah, it has been a long time coming since then, and I feel like we've grown up. That sounds so corny, but like
We have though realistic like,
the
and this
last
is this
3
sucks to say.
years.
I'm 28 and you're 27.
Hey, shut up.
We're we started this 5 years ago. Realistically, I was 23. You were 22. Like the 20s, and there's so much like we have so much more in life to go. But the 20s are crazy. The 20s is
We've
like a
spent
growing
our
up period.
20s
We've
online.
grown. Yes, we have. We have.
Oh no, we spent our 20s on video games. But actually, we haven't. We've spent our 20s doing a lot of really cool stuff that we've then been able to bring to the table.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
the Renaissance Fair is a prime one. Like
mhm.
first time we went was 4 years ago
Mhm.
that you and I and Darcy went,
Mhm.
and then we did another year, and then there was the gap year, and then this year, I
Mhm.
think.
And so it's been
So
4
four
years, yeah.
years of going, and that's just something we like to do. That's just a us thing to do.
It's just a nerdy
We don't
thing.
have to post it. Yeah, it's a nerdy thing, but I like posting it because it's a fun thing to do, and I like to share that.
Mhm.
But like, we have soccer life. I didn't post much about that, and then I did a couple videos of it when I was the assistant coach for the boys.
Mhm.
Now I'm the head coach for the girls. Like, life changed as this
Yeah.
consistently went on. Like, it's
I
just,
mean, when we started this, I like when we started with you streaming, I was still at Maliakat, I think.
yeah,
Was
you
I
were on
still?
Xbox. I'm at Mollyyocket.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I quit my job and got a new one, and I'm so much happier in my current job. I was still in my master's program, so I've gotten a master's since then. I've gotten married since we started. Um, we've started looking at houses. Like we've nieces and nephews have been born. Like
Hmm.
there's been of a lot of stuff. So,
It's just a wild thing to think
mhm,
about that. Like, we went from this point of
mhm.
like small and really, I mean, we're still relatively unknown, but like small and very unknown to now we're kind of growing to a relative unknown.
I mean, 60 people know who we are. We couldn't say that 2
That's
years
true.
ago. Strangers. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
I want to pull up our first step. I want to see what we looked like our first video.
Oh my god, it's rough. It's
It's rough
grainy.
and
It's
very raw.
yeah. But you know what?
That
There
you have to start there. You have to start
I was
some
going to
like at
say
a point.
there was a very like real possibility that we could have quit right then and there. And we could have said,
Yeah.
screw it, like we're done, we're not like this is too hard, blah blah blah. And
We
we
weren't even
didn't.
posting our faces.
The first couple episodes, yeah, were just audio.
Yeah, that's crazy. So we weren't posting it. We had our AI picture, but we waited until episode 12 to finally show our faces, and that's when we had our first guest.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. All right, I'm gonna pull up the our old sound and everything.
God. Our old sandwich was also AI. We didn't know ahead of time.
Was also,
Oh,
yeah.
we're sharing. All right, guys.
Heck yeah, we're sharing.
Trip down memory lane.
Look at this. I'm not gonna. Oh, I guess I'm not gonna play the whole start. But oh, too far.
Wow, I
Go
was
back.
blonde.
Go back.
I forgot how. Okay,
Alright.
so
Sorry. Created on Riverside.
What's going on, everybody?
Just for a second.
let's just gander.
Break this down. Hi, Troy. We appreciate you coming on.
Hey,
If
Troy.
you're still watching, thanks for being our first guest.
Yeah.
I'll be
Wow.
honest, I don't think I look much different, but you look very different.
I have gained weight since then, for sure.
Well, I mean, I think both of us have, but
So looking at you now versus you then, you have, but in a muscle way. Like you've gained
I think
muscle.
I also think what for me that's changed is that I look like a baby in this in my eyes.
really
I feel like I'm
do.
like more like scruffy now, like not scruffy, but like I've taken care of my
Adult.
beard and it's starting to like
Well, I mean,
go a little
think
bit.
about it this way. Like what year? This was 2 years ago, right? So, or
This was 24.
so two and a bit.
So two, yeah.
Yeah,
Two and a bit.
Yeah. So when we posted this one, like between like this last 2 years, we've grown a lot as people, and your body changes as you get older anyway. Like you do look
Yeah.
older, but you don't look old. I don't know if that makes sense.
Right.
Also
Yeah.
shout out to Rachel for leaving her Owala whatever her water bottle at my house.
You stole it.
I was complaining this morning on the way to the gym. I was like, I don't have any water bottles, and she goes, "You have my Owala," and I was like, I do. Haven't opened it since she left, so I had to clean it this morning. But it was good. Actually, it was fine.
I also love like look behind you. Behind you, you're in a whole different location. You're in the kitchen.
My kitchen. Look how grainy I am too. I didn't know how to like set anything up. My hair was wow. I don't know if you guys can see it now. I need to get it dyed again, but it is very dark now comparatively and short. I have it like it's up to my shoulders now or just below.
Yeah. I mean you can't fully see behind mine, but that's no longer white and I have many other things hanging.
You do? Oh,
I want to see if there's a
You have the shelf too.
I have the shelf, yeah. Here, I'm going to stop her sharing for a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to find a video that's just our faces.
While he's doing that, I want to share. So I had therapy this past week, right after the Ren Fair, which was super fun. So like August 3rd. So as of posting, what?
The face that I have for the image. It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had therapy. We were talking about like right at the end of it. I'll share in just a sec. At the very end of it, I got a notification from my Hannaford pickup order that like, Jessica was finished shopping or whatever, right? So I was talking to her and I was like, yeah, sometimes I get alerts that like they're finished shopping, but I still have time to add, so it's kind of confusing. And I was like, I pick up at 3. So it sort of faded into view on the watch stream, so I could just see the monkey face going on. I can't look until I finish sharing. So she was like, yeah, so I got my order the other day that I had a Walmart delivery order.
The
I
other
said,
day.
okay. And she goes, and it didn't say like, you know how it says who's shopping? Like I just said Long was shopping for mine. She said, Jesus was shopping for my order. And I said,
Oh dear.
And she goes, in all caps. So not Jesus, Jesus finished shopping for your order. And she goes, thank the Lord, because I was at a cake. And that just really made me happy.
Cake.
All right, watch
That
stream.
is funny.
Wowza.
Look at that.
God,
I'm now grainy in real life, but
I do not miss Riverside, I will say.
No, I don't either. It wasn't great. It worked for us for the time being, but look at the like. Oh my gosh. Excuse me.
God, think of the tattoos we've gotten in 2 years too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I remember I always tried to wear, like I would change my shirts to wear my merch. That's wild. Yeah, tattoos galore. All right, we don't need to listen to that again.
Welcome back to No Impulse Control. I am Justin.
I am Jasmine.
And Jasmine, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm here. I'm there.
Good Lord, this is tough to walk.
Take it away now. Take it away right now. Why am I staring into the camera like that?
You are death staring. Okay, I'm gonna move forward, see where we're at.
Oh no.
So
And-
anyway,
Yeah, no,
It's
it
wild.
did go by fast. I have a theory to that though, and it's a scientifically
we're all
proven
plummeting
what?
into the way that we're dying. Yes, I agree.
Yikes.
That was
Yikes!
dark. Holy
Plummeting
crap!
into the tunnel of mass extinction.
I mean, we are, but like, dang, chill out there, pessimistic Pammy.
The
Oh my
stutter really added to that.
I couldn't. I had no air left. I was trying to push it out, and it wasn't going.
That's what she said.
Stop.
Take it away, Justin. Take it away now.
Take it away now.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's a point where we raise our arms or anything.
It's
Well, you
not
do,
fair
but you're
on
wearing
my
a long
end.
sleeve.
I
I don't want to listen to me
Feels-
talk. I just
No,
want
but
to
you
skip.
know what? I can
Dax?
say
Drax.
Or like,
hello?
AA is,
so I'm spelling it phonetically.
but I don't.
And then you can look.
Wait.
up
We gotta see what our close is.
That's my old profile, and I don't. We can find me at
Okay,
What's
you
the last
can,
3
Summer?
minutes?
but I don't because it's not
We-
really like
Struggled.
meant to be that way. So Jasmine, where can we find you on socials?
Where can we find me? We can find me at Asminsta on all socials. That is ASMINSTAH. I'm gonna stop spelling it one of these days. You guys are just
Maybe.
gonna have to look it up. Asminsta.
Or just look up Jasmine
Um,
Perkins.
I don't think I pop up as that anymore. No, because that's my old profile, and I don't want to go there.
Don't look up that one.
I don't. I mean, you.
What did I
can,
say?
Just,
It was my old
Um,
profile. You said just look up
I can't. I
Jasmine
don't have
Perkins.
access to it anymore, so I can't interact with you.
Oh.
And then you can look up.
Hey, I
the
love how quiet
podcast
we're now
on
being because
Instagram
we just
at
watched
No
this.
Impulse Control and on TikTok at No Impulse
We are
Control.
also trying to
Also
get
on
our
YouTube
views
and
up.
Spotify, but that's why you're here. But
Are those the same headphones?
I'm running the
Yeah.
the Instagram, and I'm trying to post more
Wow.
frequently. And once we actually see
Yep.
each other in
And they were
person,
still
and we
dying.
can film some film.
Foil 'em.
Foil.
Anyway,
Foil 'em.
at Asminsta and TikTok and Instagram at No Impulse Control. Justin, where can they find you?
So my tattoo is brand new.
You can find me at TSK.
Yeah, you're a dinner
okay,
kid,
I
right?
don't- Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
we
you're
know
seeing
you
the
did.
behind the scenes now.
Look away, folks! Look away!
April 3rd. So that was that was a couple
Yeah.
months. It was around when Grampy Dave passed is when that was recorded.
Mhm.
So we were early on. I didn't realize that how early on we
Yeah.
were before when my grandfather's passed.
It was really
Huh.
early, yeah. Yeah, because last
I didn't realize.
summer
I thought that was
was
like a year
Papa.
in.
No, last
Yeah.
summer was Papa. This summer, no one yet.
Don't say that, Jasmine. You don't bring that up.
Well, I'm trying to think if anyone in our family has died this summer.
Um,
I don't think anybody in
No.
my family.
mine had a lot of weddings this year.
Yeah, you had a lot of weddings.
I had 3 technically, but I'm not going to one of them. It's just the week of school starting, weekend
Oh,
of school
that's
starting, so
hard,
I'm like,
yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. What a trip down memory lane that was.
It's crazy to think, honestly. Like, you really don't realize how this is gonna sound super sappy. You don't realize how quick your life goes until you get
Yeah.
to that point, and you're like,
Yeah.
wait a second. I think
I-
Andy said it best on The Office. You don't realize you're in the good moments until you're in the good whatever he said. I don't remember.
I wish you knew, or I wish we could tell when we were in the good old days, while we were in the good old days.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think that the good old days, at least for this side of life, the podcast and stuff, are continuing. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think we were in the good old days back then. I think we were in the are we gonna be able to do this days.
Mm-hmm. No, I think I also think you and I as friends have grown a lot. Like, we've had some
Yeah.
hard,
We've
and
matured.
rough conversations.
Yeah.
We fought over merch. We've had that conversation of, different like opinions and whatever. And I think it's hard for both of us realistically to let go of some of the control of things. Because we both, not that we want to be the main face or whatever, it's just it's hard to not be the one saying the yes or no. I know for me,
Yeah.
even though I'm not the one saying the yes or no, we're part of a partnership, we have to both agree on it. Um
Right.
but the first, I feel like the first few months we were in that like, oh my god, this is actually happening, we're filming a podcast. And then after that, when we were like, but merch now, then we started realizing like, hey, we should have talked about a lot of things before we started filming.
Yeah. But it's hard to know what you need to talk about when you don't know.
It's hard to
So,
know what you don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
but yeah. So that was not planned, by the way. That was not the not the in my head,
No.
that was not what I was gonna do when we
No.
started this episode.
I wanted to talk about something today that I've been thinking
Hello,
about
I'm
with gym
blurry.
stuff. You keep going blurry. Do you have autofocus on?
Yeah,
You should turn that
it
off.
always is.
It seems to hate you.
It does.
Yeah. So, oh, I gotta get comfy in my chair here for this. So I was at the gym today, and I haven't been in a couple months, and yada yada, whatever. I would love to know your thoughts on whether or not we as a society should ban people from the gym who don't wear deodorant.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
So,
so here's the thing. I think that there are people out there that, like, there are allergies, there are things
of
that, like,
course,
come up.
of course,
People get sweaty throughout the day, and if they're
sure,
going at the nighttime, like,
sure.
that stuff I understand. But there are definitely
Let me
times
rephrase. Let me
where
rephrase. Banning people who purposefully don't put deodorant on.
yes, get them out of there.
Yeah. So I understand we're about to get real candid here on the podcast. As a smelly girl, I'm not smelly. I sweat a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a big girl, and I that's a weird way to describe myself. And I tend to sweat a lot. Um and so I am very conscious of that, and I'm very
Hmm.
conscious of like, do my clothes smell? Am I overly sweaty? Do I need to run to the bathroom and like wipe it down? Whatever. Delivery, an item was unavailable.
DiGiorno.
But I do my best when I'm at the gym to like not go in smelly. Like I know I'm gonna sweat.
Hmm.
I am expecting when I'm at the gym to smell sweat. Everybody
Yeah.
should be expecting that. Now, I want to just paint the picture today. I wasn't super motivated. I really wasn't like looking forward to going. I posted that in the chat earlier that I was like, I have no motivation, but I promised Connor that I would start going because I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
I decided, you know what? I have 1,000 excuses. I keep getting mad about my health. I need to just go. I need to suck it up. I'll go on. Rachel will be there. It'll be fine. Got there. First thing I noticed, the AC in the lobby, chef's kiss. Walked into the actual workout spot, no AC. Okay, so we're starting strong. And then I was like, I'm just going to do 30 minutes on the treadmill. I'm just going to do cardio today. I'm okay with that. That's a good way for me to start back into it. I actually haven't been minding the treadmill. I'll put on The Office or something, and I'll just walk with an episode. No biggie.
Yeah.
There have been times where I've gotten lost in watching The Office while walking on the treadmill, and I'm like, oh my god, it's been an hour and a half. I need to leave. Like I've watched 3
Yeah.
episodes. Goodbye. So I get there, and the first few, so when you walk into my gym, you walk down and over treadmills, right? So first few are temporarily unavailable. They're being worked on. Sure. There's people, and then like a row of blank ones. So I choose one in and amongst the row of blank ones, next to a young girl who's reading her Kindle. Because otherwise I was next to a group of old men. And I just, she felt better.
Yeah.
She's reading her Kindle. She's power walking. Whatever she was reading was great because she kept going, oh, that was just fun to watch. So I start my little walk. I'm on with Rachel, do my little power walk in. I'm on, my incline. And smelly number 1 shows up. This man, keeping in mind when I say bros, I mean 41-year-old men, 40-year-old men, whatever, right? He shows up. He gets on the treadmill. Not a lick of deodorant on him. Which is not a thing. You may say, Jasmine, how are you aware of that? I'll tell you, chat. I'm aware of this because this man reeked a frumundula. Like, you know when you got a belly hang? I don't know how many of you will relate to this, but if you've got a belly hang, you've got to clean under the belly hang. Anywhere that there is a
Yeah.
roll of fat, you have to clean. That's like a big part of hygiene that we don't teach fat kids is like you've got to clean all of those crevices because
Yeah.
skin builds up there and sweat builds up there. And it's not that your body's doing anything wrong. It's just like you have to clean. Just like you have to clean your ass and you have to clean your genitals and you got to clean your pits. Like you've got to clean the folds, right?
Yeah.
Evidently, no one taught this man this. Whatever. So I'm walking. I was like, it's a little pungent, but that's all right. And then um, Rachel said something and I didn't immediately respond because I had Stinky McGee and the reader next to me. And she was like, I can't hear you. And I was like, I'm next to people with my headphones. Reader hops off. She wipes down whatever. Smelly 2 shows up. I want this to be very clear. There were spots next to 1. Thing 1 had spots next to him. Thing 2 didn't need to be to my left. Thing 2 hopped on. Worse smell than Thing 1. The cheese was coming out of the pores. I was just like, I'm sweating profusely. However, I don't think I smelled. I kept checking myself and I was like, is it me? Do I reek? And then Thing 1 raised his arms to like stretch. Boy howdy. Whew, that was rancid. It was bad. And then he leaned forward to talk to Thing 2, who then leaned forward, and I'm like doing my little walk, trying to like lean back to give them space. At 15 minutes, I decided to hop off. I was like, I can't do this shit anymore. So I went over and did leg press. Thing 1 shows up onto the arm machine next to me. Brother, we're not friends. I'm not part of this. You
Leave
could
me
go
alone.
over there. So he's got this one where you pull down.
Oh.
So you're just arms up to the gods, and the fan is on the other side of us, Justin, which means it's blowing it onto me. So as I'm doing leg press, and this one, it's the one where you sit and push out, but it doesn't go straight. It kind of goes like this. And like it kind of curves, it rounds a bit. It was honestly a really good workout for my legs. It felt better than the straight out. I obviously still prefer my up one, but they don't have that anymore.
Yeah. It engages different muscles.
Yeah, and it felt good and I don't hurt as much, but I also kept it light. I just went to 185 and called it good. So I did that and then I did lat pull downs after this man left and I thoroughly cleaned the machine. But as I'm doing this, the smell is wafting and hitting me and it was a lot to handle. And Thing 1 and Thing 2 were just wafting all over that gym. So I wanted your opinion as, as a health teacher. You teach hygiene, I'm sure, to kids, right? Like that's one of the things that
Yeah.
you teach. Speaking of which, I still have to connect with you about that lesson because I need to do that for my kids. But just yuck, you know?
Yeah. No, so hygiene's important. That's really what it comes down to. Do your due diligence, put deodorant on, take a shower,
Use
do
a
what you need to
washcloth.
do. Use a washcloth, like clean yourself up. That's really what it comes down to because that's yeah.
Also,
I used to work at the gym at UMF
I'm so sorry.
and
Yeah.
there were many times where because it was split, you had the cardio over here and then you had the like weight room over there and then there was like a little entry, like you would go from cardio and then walk into that weight room and it was disgusting.
Yeah.
So
When
I
I
get
did
it. Sucks, but
when I did my first year PE or like phys ed whatever class there, um
yeah,
there were like the 3 levels. So there was like the beginner and then the intermediate and then the whatever. Like I did
intermediate and the next
yeah. And so I was in the intermediate for like the weight stuff because I had done weight stuff all through high school with all the sports that I did. So I had like I
yeah.
knew what I was doing. The leg press there is how I got my shin splints really really dug in deep. Um but I remember walking in there and going, mein Gott, because our health teacher, not health teacher, our phys ed teacher in high school was real big on you're gonna shower, you're gonna deodorize, you're gonna spritz yourself down with whatever good smelling shit you got. We used to call him Mr. Kendall. I don't think he's gonna watch this, but if he does, you know why you were called that. Um, but like he was really big on hygiene because it's a small gym. Planet Fitness, you've been to my Planet Fitness. It's not a huge gym. If
Yeah,
one
it's not
guy
that big.
smells, we all smell it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, the gym's a wild. It's a jungle in the gym. Like
Mhm.
it's the thing is you need it to you don't need it. You could find other ways to exercise, but if you are somebody who likes to exercise,
Mhm.
you need to go and you need to be in that space. And not everybody has the ability in their house to build their own gyms.
Right.
Or like I'm very fortunate in the my school has a gym
Yeah.
and I can go there and over the summer haven't went, but like if I were to have gone, I'd probably be alone in the gym by
Mhm.
myself for however long I wanted to be. Like so I definitely that's something in my head that I've got to get going back up on is going to the gym.
That's why I
I
started
think my
camping.
plan is that I'm gonna be I think my plan is when I get back from camping next week, that's where I'll be heading is the gym.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to do a day and a half and then stop. I'm not gonna get anything out of that. So plus I have to do packing. So there's that.
Mhm.
But yeah, man,
I'm also a big
life.
advocate for if you're going to be on public transport, hygiene. Now,
Yes.
with the stipulation that like
Hygiene. Just hygiene.
just hygiene. But
Like
I also understand like homelessness is big and like
yeah.
obviously if you are in a place where you're not capable of or whatever, like it's the same thing. I'm going to equate this to vaccines and it's going to make sense in a second. It's the same thing as vaccines, right? So like if none of us get the vaccine, none of us wear deodorant, we're all affected, right? But if all of us that are capable and able to wear the deodorant and get vaccinated, then we're good. And then the people that
Yeah.
can't and aren't able to aren't as at a risk and we're not as at a risk. If it's like one guy on the subway, sure, it's one guy and you'd be like, oh, that's a smelly guy, but the rest of us smell okay. But we went to Boston recently, Justin, and I gotta tell you, it's not a fun smelling area. When it's that hot,
Yeah.
you've got to put something on.
After a Fenway game and we have to pack in like sardines with a guy's arm around your head. Yeah, no, it's not that pleasant.
No. And if you're drinking beer and eating sausages all day, you've got to wear deodorant and you've got to get the expensive shit that's going to last you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big,
Yeah.
big fan of
I will
deodorant.
say though, like I will say, and I'm not dissing on people who are homeless, but like there are ways that you can wash and be like
I will say,
hygienic without
oh yeah,
like needing money.
if
Like
yeah,
go
if
down to the local pond or something. You can wash up a little bit that way. And I'm not saying like that's terrible and I know that, but like that is an option. If I were in a homeless
well,
situation, I know that I would be
Irving
very conscious of that, so I would
truck
go
stops
to
if you're able to go. It's a
yeah,
lot harder
Irving truck stops.
when you're rural homeless to get places. But in
Yeah.
metropolitan areas, like there are, and luckily a lot of metropolitan areas are starting to do they're like mobile units where they'll post up for a few
Mm,
days in like a high homeless area. And it's all free of charge, but they've got changes of clothes. They'll do your laundry if you've got laundry. They've got food, drink. I mean, it's not like expensive, it's not lobster dinners, but it's food and drink.
it's something, right?
They've got a hot shower, and then they oftentimes will have someone with like a barber kit. Now, it's not every city, but I know Houston's got one. I believe Philadelphia has one now. Like they're starting to pop up more frequently, but it's one of those things that like that's a social program that has to be funded, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
those
We
are
are
getting
not.
those are
The
getting
community health programs that are right up my alley are not being funded well at all. So
no.
yeah,
The
that
people the
if I
people in
weren't a teacher, I
office.
would be doing those
Mhm,
programs, by the way. Like that's the degree I have.
mhm. That's kind of what Rosemary's going into right now is like the so she actually wants to work at oh god, what's it called? It's like Prescott Street, I think. It's the youth like homeless youth center here in Portland. But that's actually where she
Hmm.
wants to work once she graduates with her master's is being part of the social work program there and helping get kids into
Nice.
homes and I mean she's going to do fantastic at it. Um
Yeah.
but she's doing more the social worker side of that community health. So like if you guys were in the job, you would be working directly together kind of thing. Your degrees complement each other very nicely.
Right.
So,
Right.
eh.
I don't know, man.
Well,
Life and all.
on that sad note,
Listen, we went to the Ren Fair.
Yeah, we
We
did.
didn't really talk about it. You kind of gussed over it.
We did go to the
We
Ren
went to the
Fair.
Ren Fair. It was a good time.
You know what? Also an advocate for deodorant at the Ren Fair. Just because we're pretending to be in medieval
Absolutely.
times doesn't mean that
Doesn't mean we have to be.
doesn't mean that you have to be in the medieval times. And there were a couple times we walked by where we were like, Jenna and I walked by one guy.
Put your arms down.
Jenna and I walked by one, and she goes, "Oh, well, that was sour." And I was like, "Huh?" And I smelled it. I was like, "Oh my god, ah."
That was sour.
Yeah, you can't walk
Sour
around.
and not sweet and then gone.
You can't. Not gone. They followed us around. You can't walk around eating Ren Fair food and wearing armor all day and also not wear your deodorant. You know,
In 90-degree weather,
in
yeah,
90-degree hot ass weather. No, that's
yeah.
I felt like all day long I was like, man, I must reek because like I'm just
Yeah.
sweating.
I know I did. I know I did for sure. I
If it
brought
helps-
deodorant and put it on a couple times throughout the day.
If it helps, I didn't smell you at all.
Really? It's
Yeah.
probably because I kept lathering that on. Like I was like, "All right, you smell. Here we go." Like,
Yeah, that's fair. The mist tents did help.
what was your favorite part? What was your favorite part?
Ooh, I really liked the midwife show.
Mm.
Even though that was really loud, I had a lot of fun with that. God, there were a lot. I think honestly, my costume this year, the second day, was my favorite.
Yeah.
one. I had a lot of fun dressing up and like in a dress this year. So for those of you who don't know, I've gone in pants every year, and convinced myself that it would be better. It never is. This year I actually really enjoyed it. I also have been wearing like sweatpants that are really thick, and that doesn't help.
Yeah.
But no, this year I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. Um, the sunburn afterwards, I don't know if you guys can see the top of it still. Not really, but it's still
A little bit. Not bad,
she's
yeah.
still it is a deep line though, I will say. When I take my like when I go to change it the night, I'm like, oh god. Whew, forgot about that. What about you? What was your favorite part?
I just enjoyed overall. Like there was not a point where I specifically felt like, oh, this is a high or this is a low. It was just a very consistent, like, good feeling to me.
Mhm.
I think I actually did really enjoy the Irish music because they
That
played
was
some
fun.
Irish tunes and that was really nice.
Some tunes.
I also and this extends past the Ren Fair, but I love camping. I wish that I wish that I could mix my worlds, but I struggle with that. But I love camping, and we do Darcy and I this year and last year do like it's like a cabin 30 minutes from the Renaissance Fair, 20 minutes from the Renaissance Fair that like it's easy, it's right there. It's nice and we have a pool and that was a nice addition that I believe we're going to try to keep doing that, Darcy and I. So I just really enjoyed that aspect and then to be able to finally after 10 years, 8, 9 years of knowing you, finally getting you to go camping, even though it wasn't full camping, like it's camping nonetheless. So that
Want
was
it to be
fun too.
so well known that I've never actually been invited to go camping.
I have too. I have invited you.
When-
It was to
when-
a tent camping thing, and it was like when I first got the house, it was around then, and you were like, I don't do tents.
Well,
I'm
I
like,
don't.
okay.
I don't do tents. But you know what? I did tent camp right after your wedding, and it wasn't the worst thing in the world. However, I had a broken shoulder. Not broken, but like it was
Yeah.
so sore
It
for
hurt.
the
Yeah.
month after because we just did sleeping bags on the ground because my husband does not believe in
Yeah.
air mattresses because that's not camping. Do you know who bought a air mattress for the camp right after that? He didn't want to listen to me because we camped at home. So we like drove up towards like our parents' house. So the entire 4-hour ride home, he got to listen to me bitch and complain about my shoulder. And it was like the next weekend he bought a small air mattress for the tent.
Yeah. I think if you're gonna do more, and I say this as a person who does it consistently, like I go out every year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like any avid camper or anything like that, but I like going.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to like I do it a week and that's my max. Like I can do a week on an air
Yeah.
mattress in a tent and be fine. Anything above that I need a cabin or I need like a camper or something
conditioning.
like that. Yeah, some sort of like reprieve from the
If honestly,
roughing it element.
in all honesty, if it were like late August, early September when it's not 1,000 degrees, I would be more apt to go
Mm.
because the it's the heat for me, one, because of my meds, but two, I just
Yeah.
like being in a tent in the heat and then getting no like, okay, I can go in and get like cooled down is really hard. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess unless
One of
there's
our
like a
big
lake
things
there
is
that we
the
can.
the cars.
Mhm.
Yeah, or a lake or the pool, whatever. Like the pool that we had at the site was real nice. That was a
Mhm.
good, other than, you know, the kids and all that, but like
Honestly, they weren't horrible.
they weren't even that bad.
It was kind of
Yeah.
fun to
They
watch.
the parents were worse. And they weren't bad either, but like just kind of
Kind of though, because like they, a bunch of so there was a group of boys that got out of the pool sopping wet and went over to this like giant inflated like jump
it
pad.
was a jump pad, yeah.
Yeah, and it very clearly says do not get on while wet because that's like a huge liability. Instead of like going over there and like making her kid get off, she just one of the moms just yelled from the pool and was like, "You're not supposed to be on there while wet," and it kind of went like that and went sat back down. It's like, okay,
Parenting.
yeah, okay, good job. But yeah,
My mom would have climbed up on there, threw the flip flop, curved it around 6 kids, and then popped me on the head, and then I would have had to get down and sit and not go back on.
my
Like,
mom would have sprayed me with the hose so that I did fall and then go, "See, you fell,"
see, you shouldn't have been wet.
or natural
All right,
consequences.
there are, and I do agree. Like, I believe that natural consequences will teach, but it's just kind of,
Mm-hmm.
you know, nothing wrong with a little additional prompting,
Yeah,
in my
encouragement.
opinion. Yes. Anyways, I believe we're close to an hour, so or actually,
We're
I
at
think we might be
40
over an
minutes.
hour. 40 minutes, really?
Yes.
Well, you got anything else you want to talk about?
School starting soon for us. Um,
It is,
do you know
yes.
what classes you're teaching?
Yeah.
Is it the
I
same every
actually
year?
I have a prep for the first time in forever. I have a prep on
Yay!
both days, which is
Look at
wild.
you.
Yeah. It's during the lunch or during the period that middle school would be having lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that in my admin's mind, I'm still the sub for if one of them that are in there, I'm still the sub for them to go and cover for them. But I'll take that because I get 2 preps
Yeah,
for
that's
a
pretty
day or for
good.
each day or a day. So I'm okay with it. I think but otherwise, yeah, my classes are basically the same. I added 2 classes because they changed our schedule this year, so instead of 4 periods, we have 5. So I had to add 2 classes to my caseload of
Mm-hmm.
classes, and haven't really worked on them. School starts in 2 weeks. I'm camping next week, so good luck, Justin. Um, but yeah, I added a nutrition class and a history of sports class.
Ooh, okay. We did
Yeah,
I did a history of sports class in my first year teaching here at Collaborative, but I did it for a social studies project. They all had to pick a sport and
nice.
it was like a research how to like it was basically more
Hmm.
of like how to look at um or how to do timelines. So I
Hmm.
gave them all like a set
Pending, so
choice and it was good.
yeah, I have an idea for it, and depending on how big the classes are, I might try to make it because I believe there's a sports museum not far from my school. Like I say not far. I think it's like it might be Portland or Boston. It's one of the bigger cities. I can't remember exactly where, but like I might try to make it a like let's go on this trip and do like a big thing out of it
Well, yeah,
because
because
I
you guys
believe
can
it's
go
the
to
end of the
Boston,
year
can't you?
too. So well,
There is a sports museum in Boston. Yeah, it's Boston.
but yeah. So I think the idea of doing a trip would be good for the people who want to take the class, but it also is going to depend on the kids, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think I also want to make it so that I'm almost debating on making them come up with their own sport and making their own sport at the end. And that's their big final project
That
is
sounds
take
cool.
what you learned and create a sport based off of, and you have to have the rules, you have to have all the things that we've talked about
Hmm.
previously to then create this sport. What's your league gonna look like? That kind of stuff. But I haven't really, like I said, I haven't dug into it because
That's
I'm
the
not
kind of
getting paid
project-
extra.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the kind of
So
project I would plan on Canva the night before and be like, nah, this ain't gonna work. And then I do it and the kids would love it. That's how my finance project worked
hmm
out. I planned it a week ahead of
hmm
time. It was supposed to be like my big, I mean, it is my big money unit for April. Like it is, we're going on 5 years now. This is my 5th year being at Jesus, at the collaborative. And every year that I've done it and the kids have moved on, they've requested you come do it with me, which feels like,
yeah,
but also insane that I have a legacy project now that they know is like that's an intermediate project. Kids in primary now
that's a
know like
project we always do.
that's a project we always do. Kind of like the reading project in our D&D podcast called Over the Horizon. You should go watch it. Comes out every Wednesday in the summer. We might move back to every other Wednesday in the fall. We haven't decided that yet. Really depends on busyness. And Justin hosts one session, I host the other. It's got a good group of people. You should go watch it. It's getting really crazy, wild, and goofy. So anyway,
We also have merch. Go get your merch at thesoccerking1239.com. Go over the merch tab, fourth wall, go all this stuff. Find the merch. We've also started planning.
I've never worked on
We've also started planning on our own merch. Jasmine hasn't worked on her merch, but we've also started planning new merch that'll be more towards Over the Horizon. So go check that out as well. Get your own, and then rep us and tell your people to follow
Tell your
us.
nerd friends about us.
Really do it because they would definitely help us blow up. Like if you got nerds in your life, let them know to go check us out because they would love us.
Yeah.
Or teachers.
Or
Those are
teachers.
kind of the two
That's kind of our niche is teachers or nerds.
nerds.
Both is the same too. Um,
I mean, to be a teacher, you kind of got to be a nerd anyways, but
yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, where can they find you?
well, anyway. The Saga King 139 or TSK 139. I'd like to say I'm starting to stream again, but currently not really gonna. So maybe randomly, and they can find you where.
Over at Asminsta on TikTok, Asminsta1721 on Instagram. I have been streaming pretty frequently. I've got to get a little following going, and I would love if you guys would support, drop a like, all that good stuff. I do a lot of phasmophobia and lesson planning over there. But yeah, go check us out. You can also check out our phasmophobia only channel at the oh my god, what are we called?
The Degenerates.
Yeah, but we have an actual name. Something degenerates, not just degenerates. It's dysfunctional degenerates.
Dysfunctional. Yes.
Go check us out there. Follow us, drop a like, all that good stuff. We get to 50 followers there. We can actually start streaming, and my poor channel can take a 5-minute break. But anyway, that's where you can find us. Like Justin said, No Impulse Control for podcast Over the Horizon comes out on Wednesdays. We come out on Sundays. We're also taking a 2-week hiatus, I believe, after this.
You read my mind. We're gonna do at least 2 weeks because of school starting and because both of us have
Yeah.
trips within the next 2 weeks. So we want to make sure that we don't feel the pull both ways. Otherwise, still go check out the Over the Horizon because that is posted or posting.
Mhm.
I know yours was last Wednesday, this previous Wednesday, so mine will be next.
And then I gotta record.
But yeah.
Yep.
So make sure you're checking that stuff out, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Peace out.
Yes.